In this video, we will be discussing local SEO strategies. If you are looking at getting local traffic, there are some things that you need to consider on top of what we've already covered with SEO. So all the other methods we talked about, link building, on-page optimization, content, quality content, those are all very important things to keep in mind for a well-rounded SEO campaign. If you're trying to get traffic locally, there's also some additional things that you need to be considering. One of the key things is to offer consistent geolocation signals on your website. So this would be your company name, your address, and your phone number, or some people refer to it in the local space as your NAP, meaning your name, address, and phone. They should all match up. They should all be similar in nature. They should all actually be consistent. If you're not consistent with the address or phone, it can actually cause confusion, not only for you and for Google, but also for your customers. And it's going to cause confusion for you because it's not going to be updated across the web. You just need to be very consistent. And it's funny, a lot of people may wonder, well, how could this get off base? Well, sometimes, especially if you're a startup business, you may move locations, you may change phone numbers. There's all kinds of things that could happen. And if you don't consistently have these signals out there, or these geolocation signals, it's going to be confusing for not only Google, your customers, and it's also going to make a nightmare for you as the business owner. So those are some important things to keep in mind. Use your location in your title tags and follow traditional SEO strategies. So that would include putting in your title tags your business name location. So let's say that you're located in Chicago, Illinois. You would say Chicago, Illinois dog groomer, or dog groomer, Chicago, Illinois. Use those for your keywords. So you're not just a dog groomer, but you're a Pasadena dog groomer. You're not just a massage therapist, you're a Chicago massage or physical therapy tech. Whatever your business nature is, whatever it is. So, it does not matter what kind of traffic, even if you're a local church, these would apply. Whatever niche market you are into, a restaurant, it's going to be the same. So it could be Italian restaurant, Chicago, Illinois, Chinese restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico, those kinds of things. Citations are also important to local SEO. So that means citations, meaning how many times is your local business found in local websites, local directories, websites that are resources for local sites. Those are called citations. They're basically like votes for your site, very similar to links, but they're called citations for local businesses. Citations, again, are mentions of your business name and address on other web pages, and that could even be like in press releases and things of that nature. A no link to your website is actually even needed to have a proper citation for locally. That's why, though, you still want to have the NAP in place. Not all local directories, not all local sites will let you put your website with it. If they do, by all means put your website, because that makes it easier, but make sure you're consistent with your address, your phone, and your business name, or NAP as it again is referred to. Citations, again, are to local search what backlinks are to overall SEO. It helps build your credibility and shows Google that, hey, your business is an established business. It has a customer base, and it actually is a business that is found and mentioned on the internet. These citations would include a yellow page directory listing, local Chamber of Commerce pages. So if you are a member of your local chamber, I would highly advise it because you can actually get listed in there. It's well worth the investment, not to mention the networking opportunities. Local business association pages. So if you're a realtor and you're part of the local real estate association, see if they have a page where you could link your real estate company or your information on there. Superpages.com, that's another big directory that's around there. So those are just some examples of local citations. There's data aggregators. These are also places that you'll want to submit your business, especially if you're a business that is really heavy on foot traffic and actually getting people to your location. So if you're a chiropractor, if you're a dentist, if you are, we're basically where people are coming in your doors, grocery stores, whatever business is, whatever it is you're selling, a tourist attraction, it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're trying to get local traffic and if you want it to make life easier on people to be able to easily find your location, you need to be found in data aggregators, and that's a great way to get local citations rather quickly. So a big one out there is called Info Group, and you can actually go out to Express Update USA. Newstar Localese, that's what it's also called. So if you go to newstarlocalese.biz/directory, you could get yourself listed here. What these data aggregators do is you put in your information and they actually go out to many different providers, including companies like Garmin or the GPS systems like TomTom, So people that have GPS systems in their car, they can actually find your business. It's actually listed in those locations as well. And you want to make sure you do this because they may not always pick up your business all the time. So you want to make sure you're found here. It's going to list you on numerous other directories as well to really get up those local citations for you. Another site to check out is called Factual. Now, at any point, some of these data aggregators may change. So you could do a simple Google search for local citation data aggregators or local citation submission sites, and you could come up with a new list as well. Local search engines, so Google and Bing, they have local searches as well. Obviously, it's a big part of Google, especially mobile. A majority of their searches are actually very local focused, and that's where they understand a lot of their revenue comes from. They sell a lot of ads to local businesses, so businesses can actually pay for ads locally as well. Yelp is another big local business type search engine, and it's definitely one that you want to be listed in. Hotfrog is another one that's been around for a while. And then another cool place to get, mentions and citations is local blogs. And this one's probably more underutilized than any of these others. And this is actually an area where if you do this in your local community, you could really position your business very, very well high up in the search engines because Google, Yahoo, Bing, they're going to look at that and go, wow, this company has a lot of citations compared to these companies, and you're going to be able to outrank some of your competition. So run a search for your city name and blog to find them. Even small towns, so towns of 4 or 5,000, they have blogs that you can find. If you happen to live in an extremely small town or extremely small area that only has a few businesses, then look for blogs that are closest to you. So maybe 30 minutes away or an hour away. Expand your search. But you'd be surprised, even in the smallest of towns, there's probably bloggers out there in that community. And so those are places where you could get your business mentioned, you could get your business featured. It's just another place that you could kind of get found that maybe your competition's not utilizing as well. Contact the blog owner about getting listed, maybe offer to do a guest post or maybe offer some insight to them. Especially if they're blogging to local consumers, maybe you could offer a special coupon just for people that read that blog post, or you could maybe talk about what you do. Maybe you're a local insurance agent. You could talk about the benefits of certain kinds of protection and those types of things as well, and then maybe use it as a way to pre-sell your services and what you could offer. Local directories is another great spot for these local citations. You want to look for human edited local directories. That's key. Sometimes the ones where where you submit and it automatically gets listed, they tend to get stuffed with spam and stuff. So you want to look for human edited local directories, and you could do a specific search for human edited directories. Run a search for your city name and directory or your nearest big city name and directory. The best of the web regional directory is one of the more popular ones. It is a little more expensive. It does cost, several hundred. I believe it's an annual fee. It may have changed a little bit, but it's one of those where you could test out and see if it does have an impact on foot traffic for your business, on exposure, and most importantly, you may not necessarily see the results directly from Best of the Web, but Best of the Web is a human edited, well respected directory, and that citation that maybe your competition isn't willing to invest in could be enough to jump you into the first couple of listings on Google when people do a local search for your service. So if you're a chiropractor and they do a search for, let's say, Great Falls, Montana chiropractor, let's just say, so Great Falls, Montana chiropractor, and they do a search for that, then there's a good chance that you're going to come up in that listing. Yahoo regional directory, that's also one to consider. These are the links right now. Of course, those links could change, but you know the name of the directory, so you could do a search for it in Google. The Better Business Bureau, this one's really important. Get your company listed in the BBB if possible. It is something that's well respected. A lot of customers will go there. And as long as you provide good quality customer care, customer support, you run a good, clean business operation, you should have no problem here, and it shouldn't scare you to get listed here. Whitespark.ca, this is actually a local citation service. And some of the top SEO companies actually recommend their services. And so the .ca, they are kind of, I believe, based out of Canada, and but they are a great company that will actually get your business submitted to a lot of different directories, so you don't have to do it yourself. So it's going to be a way that you're getting a professional service, but it's well worth the investment, and it's not near as much as you would expect for a service like that. So that covers local citations and some additional things to keep in mind if you have a local business. Obviously, all of the previous things we covered related to SEO still apply. So everything, good quality content, title tags, good material on your site, legible content, not overstuffing keywords. Those types of things are extremely important. The regular backlinks, press release links, all the stuff we mentioned, that applies. But then also make sure you're going after these local citations, these local links into your website, these local directories. Make sure you're using your location in your title tag. So establish, you're not just a dog groomer, you're actually a Pasadena dog groomer, or you're a Great Falls, Montana dog groomer. So wherever you're located, you're not a golf pro, you're not just a golf pro, you're a Orlando, Florida golf pro, or Golf Pro Orlando, Florida. So use your location in your title tags. Make sure you get the NAP correctly, so your name, address, phone number. Be consistent on that, and you're going to find that you're going to move up in the local searches as well and overtake your competition. In the next video, we're going to talk about Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools, two very important elements so you can track how your traffic is coming in from your SEO efforts, and also so you can actually find out where problems arise with your SEO campaign so you can actually fix them.